Not only are the GLE and X5 two of the best luxury SUVs money can buy, but they also represent their brand's best sellers. But here's the catch. The X5 was updated back in 2024, and though it's still attractive and puts a lot of its competition to shame, the GLE just got a big refresh with a new design and an updated cabin. So here's the issue. Is it worth paying for a 2024-era BMW X5 when the 2027 GLE is sitting right next to it with newer tech? Well, that's exactly what we'll find out here. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. Starting with the new GLE, the front end got the most scare here. The old model's horizontal bar in the grille is now replaced by vertical slats on the AMG model with an illuminated star. The corner intakes are even bigger than before, while the headlights are completely new with a double-star DRS signature rounding out a really handsome face. From the side, the softly contoured rear arches, the sweeping rear quarter window that blends into the hatch glass, and a rounded greenhouse give the GLE a less aggressive and boxy profile. Wheel sizes start at 19 inches and go all the way to 22s. At the back, the taillights are completely new with the same double-star motif in the headlights, while the rest remains pretty much unchanged. As for BMW, the X5's design even after 3 years really still holds up. At the front, the grille is slightly smaller than the one you find in the GLE, with the option of getting it with a backlight illumination. The new headlights are also slimmer with arrow-shaped DRLs that double as indicators, while the lower section of the bumper uses a chrome trim piece matching the shape of the air intakes on the sides, rounding out a more aggressive look than the GLE's bulbous design. The situation didn't change much at the sides. The refreshed model has the same overall profile and lines, and dependent on the trim level, there are new wheel designs as well as different trim for the front fenders and side skirts. Again, the same goes for the back. The overall shape remains unchanged, though the taillights now get fiber optic lights in a new X-shaped motif with a more visible 3D effect. Overall, the new GLC's facelift is definitely an upgrade, but the X5's design is still just as current as it was 3 years ago. But which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below and hit that like button too. Thank you. Jumping inside, the GLE's updates are even better inside since they kept the good stuff and improved what was lacking in the old model. Starting at the driver's seat, there is a new steering wheel with a mix of physical scroll wheels and touch-sensitive buttons instead of being all capacitive. Next are the air vents, with 2 massive exhausts in the middle section and new circular ones on each corner, and finally the upper section of the dash housing the screens that is all new and now has 3 displays within it. The material quality is top-notch and the overall design looks modern, but here's the best part, they actually kept the climate controls physical. As for infotainment, new triple 12.3-inch displays dominate the dash. One is for the driver information, the second is a touchscreen in the middle, while the last is for the passenger. They now feature the latest generation of Mercedes MBUX infotainment system and can operate with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. As for BMW, the X5's cabin is just as good as the GLE's but loses out on usability. The dash is brand new because of the new dual-screen setup that we'll talk about in just a bit. The steering wheel is all new and features actual buttons and scroll wheels, no swiping or touching. The cabin is lined with high-quality materials, and if you go all out, you can get massaging seats, acoustic glass, and even heated front armrests and steering wheel, making the X5 feel like a truly high-end luxury SUV. As for infotainment, standard is a curved wall of housing 2 displays. A 12.3-inch gauge display and a larger 14.9-inch touchscreen provided access to BMW's iDrive interface. Just like the GLE, you can also control the system via a rotary knob on the center console, but unlike the GLE, the climate controls are now on the touchscreen. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both standard. As for passenger cargo space, to the surprise of no one, the Mercedes GLE is pretty comfortable. The front passengers enjoy a class-leading 39.6-inch of legroom up front. Jump into the back and you'll find that rear passengers enjoy more legroom than the ones up front at 40.9 inches. As for cargo space, it boasts a pretty good 33.3 cubic feet. Drop the seats down and you get 74.9 cubes. As for BMW, the X5 seats are soft with solid bolstering and plenty of space in every direction for the front passengers. Climb into the second row and you'll find comparable space than the one you find in the GLE, and you will be just as comfortable with plenty of head and legroom, plus you get heated seats too. As for cargo space, it has great numbers too, with a healthy 33.9 cubic feet behind the second row. Drop them down and you get 72.3 cubes. When it comes to pricing, the 2027 GLE 350 should start around $65,000, but the GLE 450 is the one to get because of the 362 horsepower straight-six engine and standard all-wheel drive. It also comes standard with a triple screen setup, power and heated front seats, and a sunroof. As for BMW, to get a 2026 X5, you will be paying a premium. The base S-Drive model starts at $68,300, which is almost $3,000 more than the base GLE, and it's actually all you need. We recommend, however, that you add the Executive Package and Driving Assistant Package for a really complete experience. As for performance and handling, while the twin-turbocharged V8 in the X-Drive 50i is the best when it comes to pure power, the reality is that it will represent a modest number of X5 sales. The 6-cylinder X-Drive 40i is the volume model and is all you'll ever need. This is as good as the V8, but with none of its excess. Power from the 3-liter turbo is ample at 335 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque. The X5 and its standard 8-speed automatic transmission use what's available very well, taking a reasonable 5.3 seconds to hit 60 miles per hour. Low and mid-range torque is particularly impressive, and while it doesn't feel all that happy at high engine speeds, at least it sounds good. This 6-cylinder is all too willing to sing under heavy throttle, but it mostly shuts down in everyday conditions. Like road and wind noise, the X5 doesn't allow the 3-liter's noise to get into the cabin unless the driver actually wants it to. And you know what? With one less layer of technology in the way, the X5 is kind of fun to toss around. It's not as plainly agile as a Porsche Cayenne, but its poise and handling polish are on full display. Roll is predictable and controlled, and there is even some useful feedback through the chassis. As for Mercedes, you will want to get the GLE 450 with its 3-liter inline-6. This engine is tuned to produce 362 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, with an EQ boost system providing smoother engine idle stop and faster throttle responses thanks to an integrated starter generator. This little electric motor helps fill in those small gaps in power delivery before, for example, the turbo has spooled or during gear changes. The rest of the dynamic experience feels similarly grown up, albeit not as engaging as the X5's. The GLE is not an especially sporty SUV, but it does roll along with a sense of solidity that feels entirely appropriate for Mercedes. The standard 9-speed automatic transmission shifts unobtrusively at regular speeds, yet quickly when speed is required. The brake pedal is firm with ample stopping power. Here is the takeaway. On the road, the BMW is the better drive of the two, offering a great-sounding 6-cylinder engine and a chassis that feels balanced and fun to toss around with predictable roll and useful feedback. In contrast, the Mercedes adopts a more grown-up persona. It's just more mature, trading the X5's raw engagement for impressive comfort and a 4MATIC system that keeps the SUV planted. Even in their cabin environments, the two diverge. The GLE remains a quiet sanctuary until the driver demands heavy throttle, while the X5 offers a satisfying steering heft and stiffer suspension, reinforcing its sporty character. So, which one should you choose? Well, I think it's rather simple. If you appreciate driving engagement above all else, then the X5 is still the one to get. But if all you care about is luxury and refinement, then the new GLE is an even better package than it was before.